Hello guys, Garcia here. This is part 11 of our Eye of the Beholder playthrough. So as you guys remember, we are here dipping the draw levels. So we have a teleporter here and a door, and I have no idea what to do with which one of these. Whoa, that was terrible. Wasn't that a nice surprise? I probably should not have memorized the lightning bolt. Probably not going to help us a lot here. It's more of a spell that you use when far away, right? It's going to be useful against the enemies on the next dungeon type, but not here. So this is basically just a room that you open just to fight, right? Not even a room, right? It's just a tiny corridor here. I'm trying to move around here. No buttons, no rooms. Alright, so it seems to be clear. Teleporting is always complicated because we might get completely stranded. So instead of using the teleporter right now, I'm going to complete the other side. I don't know if you guys remember, but there's going to be another path that we haven't went through yet. So here is the place that we just came out of, which is the teleporter room. So we have this set of stairs here. So let's see. We checked before, right? There's a bunch of doors here. A lot of doors. But I'd rather explore this place first than just start teleporting around, you know? I don't think it's the best idea. But before I do that, let me just check the food first. We're pretty fine. And let me just heal Annie a little bit. She took a lot of damage against those two guys. Probably is enough, hopefully. Oh man, they are coming. I don't know how you call these creatures, to be honest. No idea. But obviously some kind of anthropomorphic spider being. Luckily, they can only fight us basically solo, right? Only one can wander around here in these corridors. So now that I saw this, I actually changed my mind. I think I'm going to teleport first, because I think this is the floor in which these spider people are going to be very common. I know the name of this type of creature, but I'm blanking on it. So I'm not going to even waste a lot of time thinking about it. Let's just see if we don't need to walk around too much here. Well, they clearly like doors, apparently. A button. Obviously this is a trap, but might be one of those traps that we need to take the damage, right? Alright, so here already we are seeing corridors sprawling a little bit. Oh. Plate mail of great beauty. I don't remember this item. But something tells me probably not a good idea to use it. Why would you need beauty down here is a very logical question to ask, so I'm actually not going to use it yet. If later on we discover that this was a magical item, I'm going to be so pissed. Magical in the sense that it's good. Flail. I don't know if the flail is good. I don't remember if I used this or not at some point, maybe. Alright, so these two doors just contain some objects. Maybe there should be a set of bones alongside these objects, right? From the person it belonged to before the person died. Oh, this is the creature that spits fire that I was talking about. I probably mixed this creature up with... There you go. I walked around just to be able to use the lightning bolt, because I'm not sure if I can use it melee range, so I just decided to walk around a little bit. There's a lot of spears. Luckily the spears don't do a whole lot of damage. I don't know if they can paralyze my party here. I know the drow can, and I know there's a creature like an insect man. I don't remember which type of insect that can paralyze us in the floors below. But this one here I don't remember. I think they just attack you normally. That means they are pretty easy because there's only one, right? The only problem is that they can reach the back lines, but other than that, it's not really like a huge issue. I'm not going to get these spears. I don't have absolutely any way to store them, and I don't have any reason to use them either, so I'll just leave them alone here. Alright, so I'll probably just go back and teleport now. I was just checking the closest doors here. I'm not intending to explore everything right now, even though I actually feel safer in these floors than I do on the upper floors, because as I said, these guys are not that difficult. They look pretty cool, but they are not difficult. I'll research once I stop recording here what's the name of these creatures, so in the next episode we can call them by their correct names. Even if I remember the name, I'm going to remember the name in my language, right? Not in English, so it's not going to help. I'm going to just call them arachnids for now. Alright, so this is the side in which the teleporter lies, I think. Yes, it is. Before teleporting, obviously we're going to rest and save, because why risk it, right? No reason. Luckily this part is pretty much empty so far. The remove paralysis are here in case we need them. So let's create food first before we rest. Let me actually check my spells here. It's been a while. Let me see if someone got an extra spell or something from leveling. Illyria didn't. Let's see if Hiroshi did. It's funny, like a dwarf with a Japanese name. Alright, so he got one here, so I'm gonna go with... Maybe I should have one Dispel Magic. I'm not sure. So I'm actually going to keep one Dispel Magic. There you go, that's pretty good. I don't think I need Neutral Poison yet. That's obviously Neutralized Poison, right? Cause Serious I think is a melee spell, so pointless. This Protect Evil 10 is going to be useful later. Not using it right now, though. So let's memorize some spells with Hikaru here. Actually, no new spells. Okay. Fireball. I'm going to keep the Lightning Bolt because, as you guys saw, it's pretty strong. And it kind of like it trespasses the enemy, so it might hit someone behind them if we can get them on a line or something. Again, I'm not using Fear yet. I don't think there's any point in this particular section of the dungeon to use this spell. So there you go. We've been holding up pretty well in terms of like healing and stuff. I barely use my paladin to actually heal with the lay of hands skill that he has. We only had one emergency against the Eagle people, if you remember. that we almost lost a character, but other than that, we've been fine so far. Alright, so we teleported. I don't know where we are, obviously. So we have a lever, magic, armor, and weapon. I think this is one of those that you can only open one. So I'm going to save again, actually. And we are going to check one by one here. What do we got? My fear is that we pick like the wrong one and lose the opportunity to get the other one. So we have to make sure that the Orb of Knowledge is not behind one of these doors. So we have a ring here. Cool. So probably we can't open the next ones, I'm guessing. Yes. So we can basically only choose one, I think. Maybe not, maybe there's a way to get all of them. But I do remember this area from back in the day. And I always got only one. So let's check the other one. So first one is a ring. We don't know what it does. Probably magical. I don't think there's a cursed ring in this game. So I'm supposing it's good. But I don't know what it does. So let's go for the second one now. So let's see. Alright, this is the armor. Oh, bracers. Bracers are usually pretty good. We can actually test it just by putting them on anybody here. So armor class 2. -1, so it got way higher. Or AD&D is pretty weird because it's the opposite of D&D. In D&D 3rd edition, the idea is to get as much armor class as possible. In AD&D is the opposite. The idea is to lower your armor class as much as possible. EHACO, right? I don't remember the rule that well, but I do know that the lower the better. So far I'm leaning towards the bracers. Let's see what we got on this side. Sword, slicer +3. I know that the chieftain halberd that I'm using here is plus something. I don't know how much. And the mace is already +3. If this can be used on like a secondary hand. Alright, that's really rough to choose. Because actually having 2 magical weapons is pretty good. But if we use the Orb of Knowledge, I might have another one here already. And I always think that in this game particularly, even when you have a great offense, having a great defense is better. It just is. Because you can last longer in the fights. So even if you are have a colossal amount of damage, like Anya has here, she might be constantly like missing attacks. So there's no point in having a huge damage output if you can hit the attacks. But the defense works all the time, right? Is inherent to our characters here. So I'm going to actually pick the bracers. Might be the wrong choice. I have no idea if that's correct. But I think having the bracers is better. But I'm actually going to put the braces on her. She has been taking all of the damage for the most part, which is funny because Sean here is a paladin, right? But we are not RPing, we are just mechanically going through the game here. And in the position she is, she usually gets hit a lot, so I'm going to use it on her. So that might be good. Well, so we lost the other 2 items. I don't know what they do, and right now it doesn't matter anymore. Actually, we know what the slicer does, right? Does damage, obviously. But the ring might be like a protection ring. But probably it's not better than the bracers, I would say. But I don't actually know, to be honest. I never tested all of these items. Alright, now that we actually completed this, now we can go and keep going here. Alright, so let's follow each of the paths first. I still don't know if I want to open this, but... Oh. We have been hit from behind, actually. I was expecting something to, like, burst from the wall. Burst us from the wall. Turns out, it spawned something behind us. But alright. Probably there's some kind of pressure plate here, I would guess. That's what my experience in this game tells me. There you go, as you can see. So we have to go through this section. Oh man! That's so unlucky. I was not expecting a hole here. So yeah, we did what I don't like to do a whole lot, which is jump down one of these holes and then kinda bypass the section, you know? I could load, obviously, but you know what? Let's try to handle this situation here. Let's see where we are here. Let's reassess. Huh, this door is locked, but there's no mechanism. There's no button that I can see. Actually, now that I looked, Ricardo is actually kind of low here. 20, that's decent. Alright, so walking slowly just to check for anything useful. Oh man, so we might have to load here because this is clearly not great. Yeah, it's not working. The idea of throwing something in the pressure plate. It's unfortunate. I didn't want to load, to be honest, but this is terrible here. We are probably going to the next set of dungeons already if we do this. Yes. And I don't want to do this right now. And we are already paralyzed. The 2 party members, that was pretty quick. Bypassing 1 level is kind of okay, bypassing 2 is terrible. Because we might be leaving like items on the table, right? Important ones. So we actually have to just get the bracer again here. And we have to be careful to not fall in the hole again. We might need to like face tank a couple of fireballs. So hopefully that's okay. I always load in games. I don't have a huge problem with like loading. I just didn't thought that the situation merited the loading. But then we fell again, so yeah. Then it becomes a problem. So let's try to do the same thing again here, but this time without jumping into the hole. So we know that the fireball is going to come. There you go. The dude spawned again. The corridor might be very long and might have several holes, I imagine. Come on. That's the biggest problem with using 2 weapons, right? You miss a lot, especially if you don't have like a high dexterity value. Alright, so let's do the same thing we did. So we walk a little bit, we dodge the fireball. We walk a little bit, we dodge the fireball, but not fall into the hole. And we walk a little bit, dodge the fireball again, or not. And another hole, as I thought. This next one we are going to face tank for sure. Or not. There you go. Oh man, that's so unlucky. I didn't thought there would be another one. Oh, misclick. Turns out there was. Not using fireball on this dude, obviously, I don't think it works. But I don't think it heals him either. This spell is so inconsistent. Come on, it's taking forever. Jesus, that's incredible. I don't think I'm going to use this spell anymore. Alright. So as I was saying, I thought, man, that this fireball is never coming. And then when I passed in front of it, then it decided to show up. Not cool. Let's rest again. We took a lot of damage here. Especially Sean. That's the main problem with these types of traps. They basically hit everybody, right? So you can, like, just by accident, by not resting enough, you can just end up having a important character killed here. Alright, so just to be sure. Okay, so we have two sides here. So let's see. No buttons. Okay. More fireballs. And if you saw the glitch, there's a creature here inside. No buttons, apparently. Damn. Turn around. Sure. Oh, interesting. So it teleported us? That is actually very interesting. I don't remember this section whatsoever. I really don't. Oh, I get it. So if I read it, there you go. If I read it, I'll teleport back, you know? So okay, I'm going to go to the door that I didn't open before here first. There's a dude right here. Obviously I'm not stepping on that, and I'm not using the arrows here either because I'll have to walk around and I'll have to step on the pressure plate. So man, there's a lot. But as I said, these are the easier enemies because it's just one, right? Saying that before the Illitids, right? The brain eaters. They also come alone, but they are very difficult to fight. Come on. So it's already the third or fourth, I don't know. Come on. So the idea obviously is not to come from this angle. We need to enter this place from a different... What happened? Oh, it actually teleported me. Oh man. That's crazy. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. Okay, so we are locked off, clearly. So let's just fight what we need to fight here and keep going. This is probably the thing that people dislike the most about this game, right? Is this random teleporting places. Especially if you're not used to this type of old school RPG, right? There's a button right here. There it is. Even though it's kind of hard to see, when you see the shape, there's nothing else that comes near to being that shape in any of the walls. So, but we are not going to use the button right now. It's kind of a messy hall here. Luckily, the damage has been good so far. So we have another scroll, invisibility. I actually don't know if there's a point in this game in which we need to actually use invisibility for anything. My guess is not really. Maybe against the elves, the drows, just maybe. I don't even think it's a good idea. I don't know if it helps. Probably not. So yeah, the idea here is to use the button to escape this room here. Oh, there was another guy. Okay, I think this should be all of them. Just recheck here just to see if I forgot an item or something. No. So we are going to end up in the same place, yeah. So it's actually a pretty small room. It looks big because of the twists and turns here. So we have I'm actually going to keep this one here. I don't need this. There you go. Now we're back somewhere. Oh sure. So we are back. So here is the place in which we entered, and here is where we left. So we are basically back in the same spot. So just don't read the description on the wall and you should be fine. Okay, right, left. Oh man, it's one of those corridors that every creature might be released when we reach a certain point, right? We've seen this one before. It's looking like it. Yes, if I press this, probably I have to fight everybody and their mother here. I'm pretty sure that's the idea of this corner. So let's rest again. Actually, let's create food first. Some aspects of this might be like annoying when playing, right? Having to constantly rest, having to constantly check your food bar, your hunger bar and stuff. But these are the difficulties of dungeoneering. And remember, in the beginning of the game, we got locked off in the beginning, so we are stuck in this massive mega dungeon here. So it's not like we chose to be here. Again, luckily, there can only be like one each time here. Let's use the lightning bolt actually. There you go. So yeah, the spell that I'm thinking is probably the Cone of Cold, which is the one you can't use at close range. Or maybe there's like a wall bouncing effect, and because I used on the corridor, it didn't hit me. That might be it, I don't know. I do remember that there's a spell that causes that. I can use the mage here, because her fireball might not work against these creatures here. And the acid arrow is not hitting at all. And magic missile might not even do a whole lot of damage, so in this place here she's kind of useless. That's a lot of dudes. We've been killing a lot of them, but we haven't gained the level yet, so they might not give like a whole lot of XP, which is fair. We are fighting one at a time, right? They are not as dangerous as other creatures we fought before. So all of the corridors here are available now. So I don't even know. Oh my god. Wait. Oof. I'm in a real danger of like being completely lost here. Did I come from here? No. Clearly not. So this is the place that we just opened. So one door here, one here, 3, 4, there you go. So basically just a corridor with several creatures, and we just oh, I can't put the ring here. Interesting, I didn't know that actually. And a medallion. I don't know what this does. Alright. This is the type of game that after you play the first time and you know what item does what, which enchantment is present in every item, you can choose better what you are going to carry with you and stuff. So yeah. So I came through this door. So the left side is done. We have the right side, but we are going to go back here before. This is the other side of the inscription, as if you remember. So we can't read the inscription here. And this is the side that we originally came from. So let's just see what this door is all about here. Another huge corridor here, apparently. So let's see. Always careful with holes and stuff. Checking for buttons. Right, left, right, left. That's a long corridor. Okay, nothing here either. This probably is taking us to the other side of this level, right? Such a weird layout, right? Kind of way too open-ended and way too empty too. That's kind of suspicious. We've been here before, obviously. This is the beginning of the level, actually. Yes. So this is what would have happened if we followed this path here, basically. So as you can see, it's confusing as hell. But we are still in the same level, nothing changed. So if we walk around enough, we will find different stuff. There you go. So let's see if we are going to be teleported here again. Yes, we did. We already know this trick. Hey, sir. Damn, 8 damages, pretty bad. Especially for a backliner or a midliner, right? Alright. So getting back all the arrows again, and let's see where we are here. If we can situate. Interesting. So we have a scepter of kingly might. I don't remember this at all, but it seems important. So we are not like dropping or leaving this here. I don't think we need another one of these, so you can stay. This place is so big that so far we haven't found a whole lot of repeats yet. Oh, this is one of those rooms that teleports you again. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's kind of hard to notice sometimes because the walls look so similar. There you go. So let's go here now. Oh, so we connected basically. So here's where it starts. We started here, went all the way back there, then we returned from this path here, and then we explored this side. So we have now the left and the right from this side here, and both are just items, right? So we basically have to retrace our steps and try to look for stuff we haven't done yet. I don't want to take fireballs to the face anymore, so I'm going to just follow this path here. We haven't opened this door yet, apparently. So let's go. Hello, mister. The dude from behind, I think he can throw spears. Maybe, or maybe not. He's just walking around, apparently. He just did. So yeah, or maybe not, maybe not. It looked like it, but maybe not. Come on, sir. Alright. They are pretty resistant, even though they don't do a whole lot of damage. Alright, so... Oh, wrong person here. Alright. Oh, a teleporter actually. Interesting. Let's see if this is one that we can use. Alright, protect evil is kinda useful, I guess. So let's switch for a different one. Remove paralysis. Meditation. Actually, let's just eat one of the rations and be done with it. Boots. Sure. Draw boots. I don't know if that's better or worse. Hopefully this makes us faster somehow. I doubt it. That's a theory that I cannot corroborate at all. But hey, I can dream. Alright, so we have another teleporter. Let's see which item do I need. So dagger's there, the 2 medallions are there. The scepter, yes, we can actually use this one. So let's save before we start teleporting around, as always. Never a good idea to just wander around. Because we entered that section, Fight for Your Freedom, and we are basically still on that section, we cannot go back yet. I'm kind of fearing that this one is going to take us even further, and we might need to take one of these teleporters to proceed. That's going to make me even more lost than I already am. So let's see where we'll end up next. Hopefully not in the green dungeon. Well, as I just said, just checking around a little bit. Another teleporter. Alright, this one. I need the ring. I actually do have the ring. So since I'm already here. Hey, I'm remembering this place now. I think this is close to where the prince is kept. I don't know if you guys remember the Prince of the Dwarves. He was taken away by the forces of the Beholder. Xanatar is called. 13. Proper sequence. Since it's saved, let's just wing it here. Because I really think that the prince might be somewhere here. I have no idea what's the correct sequence. There you go, back to the beginning. So clearly that's not the way, so let's do this. I'll keep this up. Doesn't work. Doesn't work, so back. Also doesn't work. Back. Back to the beginning, so okay. So this one has to be down. This one. I'll keep it up too. Back to the beginning again. So down. Alright, this one cannot be down ever. So this one has to be up. This one is down. This one, that one can be down too. This one is up. No, so that one is the one we need to change. I actually did it. I actually did it. Amazing. I know we are not supposed to be here. I'll probably load, but I'm just too curious to see if we can find the prince already. Because if we can, that's going to be really good. I'm just going to put on whoever here, just to expedite the process here. Drop a stone. I remember that the prince is like locked up in a corner somewhere. What do we have here? Oh, a resurrection scroll. Actually, that's a very powerful one. That's one we cannot leave behind at all. So we'll have a rock in its place. So we are not supposed to be here, I'm pretty sure, yet. But I think now that we got the scroll, might as well keep it and go back. This place is huge. I cannot believe I was able to actually do it correctly. I don't remember this at all, so you know. Was just a lucky guess. Alright, there's one flame blade I don't want. I think the prince is behind one of these, but I think we already pushed our luck a lot here. So ring. The other one is the... let's check here. So dagger, the two medallions. This one is the scepter, right? So I actually don't even remember. One of these might go back to that teleporter room, right? So let's go. I am terrible at remember this teleporter things. I really don't. So I basically usually just, when I'm playing by myself, I just keep teleporting until I find the place I want to go, you know? Oh! So we are way back. We're back home, basically, right? Back to the Dwarven Halls. So the idea here is you get the prince, right? And with the prince, you use the stone ring and you teleport here. So you can basically deliver him to his fellow dwarves, right? So this is basically the shortcut, the way to go back faster. That's interesting. That's good to know for the near future. So since I'm probably going to keep what I did here, I'm going to put this armor on my front lines. I'm guessing it's better than this one. So armor class 2. Armor class 1, yes. So it is better. And I'm going to put this one on my cleric here. There you go. Oh, sorry. And now we have to get the scepter. So that was actually pretty useful, even though we are not going to stay here yet. For future reference, it's pretty good to know that we have this. Basically, in this room, we connect 3 parts of the entire dungeon, right? The Dwarven Halls, the Drow section, and... Oh, man! Where are we? Oh my god. I imagine it's another section of the same level that we were before. Alright. Let's try to find our way here. Okay. I'm just going through my rations like crazy here. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass here. Alright, so I have no idea where we are, so let's just walk around, see if we can recognize something. Clearly not. We haven't been to this room here yet. But I do remember this room from playing back in the day. Let's avoid it for now. Let's check out the rest of the level, the part that we can explore without like pressing buttons and stuff. Alright. This can be opened from this side as well. A lot of doors. Did I just get teleported here? I think so. Alright. Now that we are already so deep, I have no idea where we are anymore, so might as well just click buttons and open doors. I am not stepping on that right now. Oh man, I wish there was a way to check. I'm going to avoid this for now. Don't think it's a good idea. Alright. Actually, I might need to. It's the only place. Yeah, I don't think I was teleported. I just think I turned weirdly here. Left and right. I imagine probably they will end up in the same spot, right? In the same place. But who knows? So let's follow the right path here first. Well, nothing happened. Good to know. Is there a trap somewhere here? Huh. Too quiet. Ice storm. Wow. Let's scrap this one right away before I misclick it. This is probably the spell I've been talking about all this time. That's a pretty heavy hitter spell. This one we can memorize for sure. That's a really good one. It has like a unique visual effect, you guys will see when I use it. But I'm not resting like right now. When you click on stuff using items, the collision is weird. Okay, so this side is basically done. Just the Ice Storm scroll. Just. I don't know if that's the best spell in the game, but it probably is, maybe. Nothing here, nothing here. Yeah, I think this side is already done. So we are going to have to go to the room with all the buttons and holes and stuff. Which I didn't want to, but yeah. Can also teleport, right? But I imagine if we teleport again from here, we're probably going to go back to the arachnids section. Probably. Might be like a 3-way teleporter. Well, isn't this the scepter? Oh, we cannot go back. Interesting. I'm actually clicking it correctly. and is not responding. So my guess is this is a one-way portal. So we are stuck again, just like when we fought for our freedom. So we need to go through this section here again. So before we do, let me finish this episode right here. It is quite long already. So as you can see, we are already pretty much lost. I have no idea where we are anymore, but at least we are like knocking down dominoes. We are kind of doing all the stuff that is showing up in front of us, and eventually we'll be able to normally go to the next set of dungeons, right? The green dungeons, which we just saw a snippet, just a little bit, when we fell on a hole, as you guys remember. So we'll continue in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.